made around about 5,000 bricks for our house. This is the paddock where we make the mud bricks. And we made all of the bricks along here. We had some really good soil on this land for making mud bricks. When half of the materials for your house, when you can produce them from your own land and they're not having to come from anywhere else, it's a better footprint on the environment, isn't it? So during mud brick making time, we'd often make around about 1,000, 1,500 in a day, and then they would have to dry for a period of weeks. And once they were dry, we'd stack them all up and then we'd start again. But it's back-breaking work.
We had a machine to mix up the mud, and you'd have trays just on the ground, like a big sheet flat of piece of tin. The machine would bring the clay to the tin, just drop it on the tin. We have one of these, which you just place on the ground like so. You would shovel your dirt off the tray into that, just flatten it off, lift it off, over there, make the next one. And you just keep going till you make 1,000 bricks for the day. We made 6,000 bricks for this house. A lot of work, but I was lucky because I was involved in the football club, and I used to have working bees every now and again and invite all the boys up for a barbecue, and now you can make some bricks. The bricks we see like outside, which is like a rough finish, but inside we've rendered them. That mixture to get that finish is sieved soil, a handful of lime and half a bucket of cow manure. Work off a big bucket, you get the hessian into the bucket, and then you just get onto the wall, and then you just rub until you can get a surface that you're happy with, the finish of it. And then you leave that for a couple of days. You can then go back over it with a dry bag and give it another rub, and that'll take all the roughness off it. It'll come up sort of smoother like that. It's not pure clay, it's probably 60% clay with a mixture of light soil, a bit of straw just to combine it together. Yeah, well, insulation-wise, they're regarded as one of the best you can have, like both seasons. Winter, once you heat them up, they stay warm, and summertime, once it gets hot through the day. Then we've got those windows at the top, and now if you open them up at night, and you get a breeze through there, and that'll cool them overnight.
It was 43 degrees last week, wasn't it? And it was so lovely here because it was just so cool. And in fact, quite a few members of our family that lived down the street, and everybody came to our place because it was so cool here. And, no air conditioning, it's just lovely.
No, we haven't got air conditioning. We have the odd fan, but that's just,
And also, like a lot of the materials that Dad used, it was all recycled, wasn't it? This came from a railway bridge, didn't it?
It is out of a railway bridge, but I actually bought it from a guy that had a demolition yard. I just said, I'll give you so much, and he said, take them, All the timber on the ceiling, all that came out of a cool store that was demolished, the whole ceiling. Yeah, that brick chimney, all those bricks are second-hand, and I've collected them around different places. Old houses knocked down chimneys and brought them all home, cleaned them. I'm not sure the amount of bricks in that. There's probably, might be a couple of thousand in it. I was pretty lucky. I got most of them for nothing because the people wanted to get rid of you had to clear their site because they're going to do something else on the site. So we just went in and got them and brought them home. All these uprights and all these door jambs, they're all recycled, just from wreckers, very cheap. Back when we built it, probably $35,000 for the house.
Plus 5 years of labour.
That's not counting labour, but I work pretty cheap. Sean, our son, we built a house for him 4 years ago. Now this is similar to ours, very similar but more modern. While I was there, I would have had 10 people wanted me to go and help them build a house or build it for them. That's been rendered on the outside. See on that side over there where the bricks are rough, naturally as they were laid. So now they've come in now and we've rendered that. To bring back to a smoother finish. The bricks are 60% clay. A lot of people think, oh yeah, we'll be able to do it. They need the expertise, but a lot of people are just not physically strong enough and good enough to do it. They are probably the average style. They're brick veneer, pressed bricks and plastered inside, and whereas you come to something like this, which is a mud brick and everything's sort of more natural, and it's just a bit more homely, sort of,